Well, good morning and welcome to my channel and welcome to Life of Jacko. So today is going to be a simple video. We're going to essentially just be fixing my daughter's bike. Now the reason being is, when I press the brakes, first of all, they're a little bit rusty, as you can see, and the pads aren't connecting to the rim, and that means when you press them they're not stopping. As you can see, they are stopping a little bit, but they're not the best, and it's not very safe for her as she is only 5. So if you enjoy this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, a comment, and always subscribe, as this is a new YouTube channel and I plan to record at least one video a week. I'm thinking about buying myself a mountain bike so I can just stick this on the head and just go exploring, and eventually, obviously, when the stabilizers are off, she can come with me. Okay then, so we've got our tools, what I think we're going to need. So we've got some GT85 just for some lube, basically. It's as simple as that. We've got some water pump pliers just in case things get a bit tricky, a little Phillips flathead, a pump, which is obviously, you know, to pump up, and then we've got a hammer just in case I need some persuasion, and a 10mm wrench. Okay, so to start off, we're simply just going to see which brake actually needs adjusting. So I believe it was the front brake that was giving her problems, and maybe the back brake. Let me have a look. So here's the back brake. So as you can see, I'm pressing pretty hard on that, probably harder than she'll be able to. So let me just see. So she probably do that. So with the pressure she'd probably apply, it is actually still moving. And then with the front brake, I guess it's actually not too bad. The front brake's not too bad. I have adjusted this once already. So for now, we'll have a look and focus purely on the backs. So if we look on this side, they're not really. So this is going in, this side, if you watch, look, I'll just put my finger by here. It goes in, it's on the brake, and that is stopping it. But it's not on it fully. So let's have a look. Let me see if I can just loosen this off a little bit. Not massively, just a little bit. Right, let's have a look now. So this needs to be essentially dead in the centre. And if it's not going to be in the centre, obviously you're going to have an issue. So where are these water pump pliers? I'm just going to hold this like this. I know the view's going to be obstructed a little bit, just to loosen this off a little bit. Right, that's loosened a little bit, just so we can have a little play. So I'm gonna just test around. So this, I'm not a bike mechanic, okay? I'm a car mechanic. So you would have thought, logically, this would be a piece of piss really, but surprisingly it's not. So I've loosened it off. So from what I know, you definitely want it to be in the middle. So I'm just going to test that. I'm going to tighten that up a little bit while it's on. Not too tight, just tight enough to check. So if you tighten it too tight, I'm not sure if you can see, but this side here, the left side, has gone up and it's actually touching the tyre now. So I'm just going to get this and simply pull it back down to a height that I'm happy with. So if that isn't the case, just grab that like that, and that is flush as far as I can see. That is flush with the tyre. So now we'll flip this around. Let me just check. You can still see. You can. And we are gonna have a look what's going on with this side. So as far as I can see, that is actually touching. So maybe it's just a pressure. Maybe she's not putting enough pressure on it when she's riding. Let me just check these front wheels really quick. So as you can see, I'm going to move along, boom. Move along, boom. Move along. Okay, so obviously if she was just to click the back brake, if she was just to hold the back brake, it stops. But it still moves because of front brake. So she's going to have to slowly either apply pressure to the front brake. I know this is hard for you to see, but watch. So this is the front brake. Pressed it in, and it's still moving, but it will make it come to a stop. Or if she puts them both in really slowly, which might be a bit difficult for her, it will come to a stop. Now, for some reason, after messing with this a little bit, the front brake doesn't seem to be stopping so much. So let's have a look at this front brake. Let's have a look here. What's going on? So, oh look, there's. Can you see that? Can you see that there? Look at that. So I'm going to give you a close-up actually. Look at that. Upon investigation, right, you can see, first of all, this pad is slightly on the wheel, which is wrong, okay? And this side is completely pissed. As you can see, it's half off. So that's not going to break anything, is it? That's not going to stop nothing. Right, so now you're back on it. Let's have a look at this, shall we? Again, now, this is how I do it, right? So you get your grips. Hold that. That is loose, actually. Probably a bit too loose, but grip that. Loosen it off. Just a tiny bit. So now you can move it up and down, right? So now, first of all, turn that around. Right, that's meant to be at the top. So that's roughly where I want it to set. If you can see, the pad is just in line with the centre line there. So I'm just going to get my hand on it, find my ratchet, my wrench even, not my ratchet. Get that to where I'm happy. Push it up a tiny bit. Put your grips on it so it shouldn't move. Probably still will, but we'll see. And just tighten it up ever so slightly. And there's that one. So now we're going to repeat for this side, okay? So, get your grips. Smack it on there. Loosen it off a little bit. Only a little bit. Turn this right the way around. I've actually just made a mistake, but there we go. You live and you learn, right? So push this in. That's about where I want it to be. Turn it up. And again, it's moving a little bit, so just push it back into the position you want it. It's really tedious, to be honest. But it's just something that's got to be done, you know. It's got to be done. Push that on. Tighten that up. And it's actually moved again, so it looks pissed, but it's not. We're going to fix it now, though. So that's about there. So in theory, there we go. Okay, so let me show you what I've done. So, oh, get me up, my legs. Okay, so now it goes forward. You literally just need to put a tiny bit of pressure, boom, you stopped. See that? Tiny bit of pressure, boom, you stopped. On the back brakes, let's have a look here. Tiny bit of pressure, and you stopped a little bit. It still goes a little bit, okay, but boom, okay. And again, it's still going to go because the front wheel is still engaged, okay. So, boom, you stopped. Boom, you stopped. Even with, look at this, even with the tiniest bit, I'm just pressing it a little bit. Boom. So that should be okay now. So obviously I have to wash this because it's a right mess. And she hasn't used it in a long time because it's been decommissioned, because I've not had the time to fix it and the weather's not been the greatest. So, let's have a look here. So these are still moving. I'd say that's probably about right where we want it. So what is that? Let me have a look. That's one of these. So just bear in mind, right, this is an expensive bit of kit. I'm missing a few bits, right, but that's been left in my shed, and look at that, rust. My shed is not very good. I'm not very happy with that, to be honest. I have got to get a new shed eventually, but sheds cost money. And money is something I do not have, unfortunately. But I hope everybody's day, morning, evening is going really well. And if you would like to see more of these types of videos, or any kind of videos in general, make sure to ding dong that bell, like the video and subscribe, as this is my first video. There will be more, hopefully weekly. Don't want to over tighten it, okay, as well, because if you over tighten it, the plastic's going to snap. But yeah, hopefully weekly videos. As I said, I'm planning on potentially buying myself a mountain bike, so I'll be riding along the countryside, seaside, etc. with that, and I can put the GoPro on my helmet mount and bring you along with me. So that's okay now. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'd say that's pretty cool. So all I'm going to do now is literally lube the chain. Try not to get my clothes dirty as well, because I am not in work gear. So as you can see, can you see that? The chain is just down by there. Just gonna spray it and make sure it's all lubricated. So ideally you should have a stand. It'll be so much easier. Let me see if I can do it with my hands. Sorry. Oh, my knees. Okay, so I hope you can see this, right? So as you can see, there's pedal. Okay, I'm pedaling this. Okay, backwards. So all I'm gonna do is continue to spray as I'm pedaling it backwards, just so I know the whole chain has been coated. And that's about it done, to be fair. I'm pretty happy with that. Honestly, the stabilizers are a bit pissed as well, but I'm hoping she won't have to use that all the time. So that is it. I know it's been a quick video, but I didn't expect it to be such a quick fix, to be fair. I have fiddled around with it before, but I clearly wasn't in my right state of mind. It was dark, it was raining. I mean, look at this weather. Look at it, beautiful. Few clouds, but I can't really complain. It is cold, to be fair. So now I've got to tidy up my mess, put the tools back in my toolboxes, put the bike to one side. I need to try and find my snow foam attachment so I can quickly just snow foam it, give it a quick rinse off, and that'll be brand new. But if you if you enjoyed this video, ding dong the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you'd like to see any videos, then do let me know. As I said, this is a new page, so you know, first video, first impressions, probably not that good, but you know, it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe. I'm a single dad, I'm not going to get into it too much, got full custody, can't work because of health, epilepsy and that. So that is why I'm debating buying a mountain bike when she's in school, zipping around the countryside, zipping around the seaside, and just having a good time, getting out, you know, being out inside nature, being out in the fresh air is good for your mental health. Mine is pretty fucked, excuse my language. But yeah, ding on the bell, leave a like, I'll see you guys in the next one.